in Death Metal Dave.
Mahoney from Police Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Oh, my God. Are we fucking recording?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Okay. Welcome to the Gore Club podcast, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Steve Vessel.
Death Metal Dave.
I'm Ace.
Yeah, we're chit-chatting about really bad movies that we're not going to talk about at all.
No, we're talking about Police Academy, right?
Oh, no, we can't wait.
Mahoney?
No, Mahoney. God, the first one's great. Hooks. It's so not. It's just like it's one of the few '80s movies that kind of made through the PC culture. It hasn't been canceled yet.
Oh, it will.
No, I mean, think about it. There's not a whole lot of. It's not like watching Revenge of the Nerds. You're like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, they don't just rape somebody and
Right.
like they do in Revenge of the Nerds.
It's kind of like kiddie humor for 18-year-olds.
For 18-year-olds? Are you sure? Is that where they go?
Speaking of 18-year-olds,
What?
we're all 18. Again, we're gonna go back in time, Dave.
Back in
To a
time.
when the man of our dreams started making movies.
Death Metal Dave got married.
No, but Nicolas Cage did.
Nicolas fucking Cage.
Nick
Cage.
Kim Coppola.
Huh.
That's what I got. What do you got?
We've got a lot of movies from a man.
He's like, let's just get to it, motherfucker.
Let's just get to it. There's a lot to talk about. I don't need to go back through his. He's
I'm
a
gonna do
Coppola.
it.
Who cares?
Well, okay, so he's the son of Augusta and Joy Coppola, and he's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. So if you don't know who Francis Ford Coppola is, let me tell you. He directed Apocalypse Now and Bram Stoker's Dracula, which has, Sid Vicious and John Wick and Hannibal Lecter in it.
Yeah,
That's true.
it does.
Let's see. He also directed, Francis Ford Coppola, for horror nerds, directed Dementia 13. So if you have a $5 collection of horror films, it's on there.
So at least on one of his films.
Where did Nicolas Cage get his stage name from? Does anybody know? Come on, comic book nerds.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, that's right. And he is, he's a huge comic book nerd, which that makes me kind of happy. I like.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoy Nicolas Cage. We've talked about him many times, and I always say, "Cage me, baby." I don't give a fuck. The worst movies ever he's usually in, or some of the best. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
He's definitely turning into this genre actor, but we'll get to that. He was
We'll always get to that.
he was established at first, right? He was in a bunch of good movies.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think he was. I don't know if he's actually in that movie or he's got cut because I don't remember him being.
No, he's
movie.
in it. He's one of the cooks at the place where like Brad works.
Oh, okay.
And it's literally like there's just some scene and it cuts to them and they're just reacting.
You got to pay your dues somewhere. He was also in that weird commercial where he's playing a video game and dancing in a mini mart.
That sounds like a Dr. Pepper commercial.
With
David Naughton
just
from
Google,
Miracle
just
from
Google
London.
search it. You'll find it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we've got a huge list on the whiteboard of doom.
I don't care about most of
Valley
these
Girl, Rumble Fish, Raising Arizona is actually fucking awesome. It's a Coen Brothers comedy.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, I love that movie.
I mean,
man.
we could talk all about that.
No, I don't want to. Let's
You got
just.
a kid writing fart on the wall.
Yeah. Let's see. He dated. He dated Jenny Wright from like Near Dark, and he was married to Patricia Arquette. Lucky fucker. He proposed to her on the day that they met, and she gave him like a list of things of hoops that he had to jump through. And when he started doing that, she had to like distance herself from him. She was like, "Oh shit, he's taking all of this really serious."
Yeah.
And then they got married like years later.
Yeah.
And then divorced.
Shocker.
as happens. But I mean, he's been married and divorced a few times.
Oh yeah,
Big Elvis fan.
Yeah, he wanted to fuck Elvis so bad.
That he fucked his daughter. Could you imagine that? Like, could you imagine fucking somebody that was so into your parents? Like,
No,
yeah, it would be weird if somebody was just like, "Hey, I'm really into your dad. Let me fuck you."
He's like, tell me more about your dad. Slowly.
He just did it so he can get access to Graceland. That's all he did. He just wanted to get access to that secret part of Graceland.
Oh, the tunnels and shit.
The tunnels.
Got access.
Yeah, he got it.
The secret room with the mirrors, the sex mirrors.
That's right.
Oh,
and he did
God.
all kinds of dirty things to Lisa Marie probably while thinking about her dad. So anyways, the next movie.
he trained in Jiu-Jitsu, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, and not to be confused with Wang Chun because that's a different thing. Let's see. One of the things that I found was that really weird before we jump in the movies is that he one day woke up to a naked man eating a fudgesicle in front of his bed. True story.
Yeah.
I looked that up. Yeah, I even found a news article about
What fucking year was that?
I don't remember damn it, I didn't make a note
Was
of
that
part.
like
But I looked
2020 or like, are we talking about
Oh,
like
no,
in
it
the
wasn't
80s?
that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 20 years ago maybe, which
okay.
doesn't seem like that long ago when you're old.
I don't think he
perfectly
pressed
normal.
charges.
Oh, God. I don't know.
I thought I read that. Like, I think he was just like, hey, just leave, or like he didn't like lock the guy up or anything.
You know how fucking level-headed you have to be if you wake up to somebody just eating a fudgesicle naked at the end of your bed?
I don't want to ever.
I mean,
think about that.
just to be like, you should probably leave. Not like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? Like, oh, hey, dude.
Why didn't you pull his jujitsu on him?
He's like, not the fudgesicle, no.
Oh God, are you a Bill Cosby fan? Fuck you. Oh God. I found that on Wikipedia or IMDb, whatever.
IMDb.
Yes, thank you guys. And I just found the news link, and I was like, oh my God, I guess there's enough. That's all I need to know is there's a news link for it, and that's all I need. I didn't actually look into it. I didn't want to hear any actual details about that account. Naked man eating fudgesicle, and no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Let's see.
So let's go right
Vampire's Kiss.
Vampire's
Let's
Kiss.
Just dig into
right
it.
Into
we
that.
could talk about how he auditioned for the role of in Risky Business that Tom Cruise got. Probably could have made his career right there.
Oh yeah.
No, Vampire's Kiss.
He didn't need that.
Vampire's Kiss in 1988. And all right, directed by Rob Bierman, who had never done really much anything either before or after this fucking movie.
Yeah.
It was written by Joseph Minion, who wrote After Hours for Martin Scorsese, and it stars Nicolas Cage, Maria Conchita Alonso, who's in like Colors and Predator 2, and there's a
Running
television.
Man.
Yeah, she's also in a TV show version of FX, the movie. Yeah, we're like.
The Art of Illusion?
Right. I didn't know there was a fucking television show, so I
either.
found that. Let's see. He plays Raleigh Taylor, and he helps the NYPD to hunt criminals. I was like, that's what he does in the movies. Okay, cool. And that's why I never heard about it. It probably just died. Also, Vampire's Kiss stars Jennifer Beals, who was in Taken. I didn't know it was a show as well, based on the movies. See, knowledge.
Might as well
I'm
be.
just spewing knowledge, guys.
Hey, man, that's fine. You want to talk about this movie, about the Nicolas Cage who thinks he's a vampire?
Yeah, it was a huge bomb, and it only made like
I wonder why.
$700,000 on a $2 million budget.
But it gave us great memes.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Greatest our producers like, what?
I think the meme is more famous than the movie.
I know.
I recently rewatched it because it was on Shudder, and I was like, man, this is not good.
I liked it.
I love piece of shit movies, and I couldn't find it, so I'm glad you guys actually got to rewatch it.
It reminded me of when I was watching it. It reminded me a lot of American Psycho, where
I don't remember that part at all.
Well, it's like he's walking. It's really a movie about mental illness, and he's going around thinking he's this vampire, and like everyone around him is like, "No, you're a total loser." Like,
yeah, that's
and
what I
even
remember.
when he's at his office, he like even puts on like these airs that he changes his voice,
The fake
and
teeth.
tries to
Because his fangs haven't come in yet.
Yeah, and he like tries to talk like Frasier.
Oh my God.
To make himself seem important, but when he's not at work, he's just like has a completely different accent.
So the notes that I made, it says, The Vampire's Kiss follows the drug-fueled exploits of Peter Lowe, a yuppie, greedy club hopper that is slowly going insane to the point where he scares his therapist. One night he takes home Rachel, Jennifer Beals, who she ravishes him, and in the morning he notices that the sun hurts his eyes, and now he must be a fucking vampire, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know. The spot where Rachel, quote-unquote, bit him is healed up, and that's why he thinks he's a vampire, because he imagined, and you don't really know. It's like the whole thing is blurred. Do you
He
want
like
to talk
cut
about
himself shaving.
Yeah, I
there,
know, in
too,
the
like,
spot, so he can put a
just
Band-Aid
right
on there.
Is he or is he not a vampire? That's the question.
Find out in The Vampire's Kiss. That was the end of my notes. Because
There's a lot of-
I didn't get to rewatch it.
Well, there's a lot of like Nosferatu references. There's like one I noticed where he's like walking down the stairs and it's kind of like his shadow, and he's just kind of doing the like ghoulish walk down
the
the
Max
stairs
Schreck
through
on
the
the
club.
Nosferatu,
Yeah.
I love that.
Which, if you don't know what that's from, you're just like, why the fuck is he walking like that? But I thought that was great. I don't know. At first, I thought it was really stupid. The more I watched it, and you get to the end of it, and I was like, "Man, this is actually really sad." But
See, it's sad, Dave.
I liked it.
Shitting on a sad movie.
Whatever.
Okay, well, fuck it. We'll just jump to Wild at Heart, which was one of my favorite Nicolas Cage films. And you know how I know? Because it's the only one I have on VHS.
And
I don't have
it's on
Con
the
Air.
table.
I don't have Face Off. I have Wild at Heart. Let's see. Described as I looked this up. It's described as a black comedy romantic crime film. And I'm like, that's just scratching the surface
I don't know
of
how
this
much
movie.
comedy's in that.
If you very loose.
Yeah, if you know David Lynch movies, you know David Lynch movies. It's like that's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's even like black comedy romantic crime film.
Yeah. So that like Naked Lunch is just a rom-com.
Nicolas Cage is Sailor and Laura Dern is Lula. Let's see, Willem Dafoe, by the way, is badass in this fucking movie.
Willem Dafoe's teeth are absolutely disgusting in this movie. They're like little baked beans. It's so gross.
Yeah, he plays Bobby Peru, and Crispin Glover, right after Friday the 13th Part 4, plays Jingle Dale. Remember that? He dresses up in Santa suit and thinks it's Christmas 24/7, and he makes sandwiches all day. Just piles of sandwiches on this fucking table, and his mom like interrupts, and he's like, "I'm making my lunch." I'm like, what the fuck? Harry Dean Stanton is awesome. Calvin Lockhart, who was in like The Beast Must Die, was the main star of The Beast Must Die. It was an old Amicus film, I think, and he's actually the big dreaded voodoo guy in Predator 2. He's like, oh, he's almost kind of like Candyman or meets like fucking.
That speech, no stopping what can't be stopped.
Right. Yeah, but Wild at Heart is that movie is so the failed. Okay, how to describe this movie?
The opening scene to that movie is a fucking 10. Like he just like the guy, they try to set him up like her crazy mom.
Right.
And then they're like walking down the stair, that whole big huge stairs they're walking down, and then he just stomps that guy's ass and then turns around and like points at his mom with that cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, but he does it like Elvis style point.
Does the point like
Yeah.
Elvis. So I was
Oh my God.
oh man.
That was one of my notes. Sayla and Lulu are in love, but Mama wants that Cage dick, because the whole thing is that her mom is more, wants to fuck him, and he like jilts her. So
Yeah.
then she just sets him up and tries to get him killed throughout the whole movie, which is where like Harry Dean Stanton comes in too, and then Willem Dafoe's character, and it's like a fucked up Wizard of Oz movie. If you watch the whole thing, it's got all those little characters, and there's all these like weird dream trip movie sequences, and then there's like the end of this, like Glinda the Good Witch shows up, and it's the best part everyone remembers is the club scene. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Power Mad.
Power Mad, baby.
Yeah. And the snakeskin jacket speech he does. This is a snakeskin
It's a
jacket.
symbol of my, oh God, it's a symbol of my whatever.
Individuality.
Yeah.
You guys just want to keep going or what, man?
Yeah.
I know. That one's a really fucking amazing film. If you have not watched Wild at Heart, people, watch it.
It's been a while since I've seen that one, so maybe I need to
great.
rewatch it. I probably should have before we did this, but you've got a few other ones up
You
there.
can go into like Honeymoon in Vegas.
No.
City of Angels, right?
No.
Trapped in Paradise.
No.
Con Air.
Con Air. Hey, Con Air.
We're not talking about Con
You don't
Air.
talk about Con Air? Come on, Steve Buscemi. He's a psychotic killer.
Okay.
Danny Trejo's in it.
I don't know. I love that movie.
Lots
I was
of
very
people.
surprised.
You know what's
And
absolutely
the fucking
crazy
Cage
about
mullet.
like Con Air was like a pre 9/11 movie, so they're like watching that movie and like he's this decorated war veteran and he shows up to a bar and these rednecks are like, "We don't like your kind around here, war boy."
I know, it's like Rambo.
Yeah,
It's
like they're just like
First Blood.
It's like, what bar would you walk into nowadays where a bunch of rednecks are like, "Get out of here, soldier! We don't like you at all. This is insane."
No.
And then challenge you to a fight in the parking lot.
And what's when you say his weapons or his hands are fucking
Registered weapons, I guess.
Registered weapons.
yeah, you can go to jail for protecting
Hey,
yourself.
that thing that douchebags say when they don't want to get into a fight, I'm registered as a deadly weapon.
Yeah. Oh my God. Or Bruce Lee. He's not a douchebag, but apparently he used that too. I would kill you and then I go to prison.
Not according to Quentin Tarantino. Anyways.
Face Off.
Yeah, Face Off. That movie was,
Oh.
man. How about
Okay,
that?
Dave. Face Off.
John Travolta and Nicolas Cage switch faces. John Travolta's the good guy, but fuck him. And then they were like, well, we're going to give Nicolas Cage your face. He's a killer. And they
don't change their acting style.
No, they don't.
It's the same. It's with their characters, but with different faces.
Yeah,
And
so Nicolas Cage.
That's reality, people.
So Nick, we're gonna call him Nick Cage. Whenever it's an action movie,
He's
it's
an
Nick. So yeah, he's a killer, and John
Again.
Travolta is the cop.
Yeah.
And they have this great idea. They're just gonna switch their faces, and now that's how they're gonna bust everybody.
Nobody will know.
I think we're there, like at real time. Like people are doing this.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I think so.
After they're gonna like the Bezos people are gonna go to space and then
That was a conspiracy theory that Biden
Are you fucking
and Trump
serious?
switched faces.
Oh yeah.
It was a real thing. I read it on the internet. Apparently,
Face Off has that great soundtrack by the Goo Goo Dolls, right?
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
The City of Angels.
We don't have to dwell on this movie. I'm just saying it's awesome, and this is the point. This is the exact point where Nicolas Cage, in '97, is the year of Action Cage. This is where it takes off for him and gives him so many other opportunities. People are like, hey, this guy can potentially be an action star. And I believe this was around the same time where they were talking about making him Superman.
Oh my God, the Tim Burton Superman.
Yeah, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, so Burton was going to make a Superman movie that was written by Kevin Smith.
Sounds amazing when you think about it.
On paper, it would be a fucking disaster because
You're like, we're going to print money with this thing, baby.
Yeah.
you wrote Mallrats.
Yeah.
You should do things
well,
Superman.
no, I have all confidence in Kevin Smith. I have no confidence in Tim Burton.
Okay.
Because I'm surprised that, like, if he made it now, it would just be like Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter.
I don't know. I think he would just be like, yeah, you're right. It's a big fuck you.
Yeah.
It would be Superman with a Robert Smith haircut.
Well, they're thinking, oh my God, Batman Returns is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we could give him this and he'll make it just as dark.
Yeah.
And then you get Nicolas Cage in a mullet.
And if you've never seen the
mullet.
pictures, you could find them online.
There's video
And
on
yeah,
YouTube.
it's video. And it's just,
There's video of
bad.
Linnea Quigley's ex-husband, who is Steven Johnson from like special effects for Ghostbusters and like Night of the Demons. He did the suit, and it's all like fiber optic, which I guess was a big deal at that time. Remember those
Yeah.
lamps that you could turn on? Okay,
Yeah,
that's in
so
the suit,
like
and it's making
flowing.
it looks like the Green Lantern suit.
I don't know how you would move around in that and not just be like a total robot throughout the whole movie.
It looks bad when you watch the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. And if you want to know why it didn't happen, Kevin Smith tells a great story. You can just look it up. Just look up Kevin Smith, Superman, Tim Burton, and you'll find out all about it. So we can move on from there to City of Angels. Anything? No. Snake Eyes.
Goo Goo Dolls. That's
Makes
the
me
big
cry.
takeaway from that movie.
Number one soundtrack of all time.
Yeah, Snake
I don't know
Eyes.
if you have it, but I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't either. Okay.
All right,
I was in
so-
8th grade when that movie came out, and all I remember on the radio was that stupid song nonstop for like a year
I
straight.
can hear the opening strings, and I think I want to throw the fuck up, man.
Yeah, former Metal Blade Records, Goo Goo Dolls.
What?
They were on Metal Blade
They
Records.
were
at
on
the
Metal
time.
Blade. That was a real thing.
And then they did the City of Angels soundtrack.
And they were like, what the fuck is going on here? We need to
They were
focus.
just like, cha-ching.
So we had Snake Eyes, which was like
That was fun.
casino movie,
Yeah, it was.
but it wasn't.
Gary Sinise was like the top of his game at this point, and then that's all I really cared about. And then, Nicolas Cage is in this too.
Yeah.
And it's no mystery. That was the weird thing. It's
98 was a good year for him too, because 8mm came out.
God damn.
8mm. I worked at a video store when this movie came out on video. You know what everybody called it? 8 M&M.
That's right.
We had a whole wall of people like, you got 8 M&M? No.
If you don't know what Dave's talking about, watch our YouTube video on VHS Nightmares.
Yeah, so
They used to run a
people would
video
always
store.
get it wrong. But I saw this movie in the
CK
theater.
No Evil?
This is
CK
America,
no,
damn it.
stop.
We don't use a metric system.
I know.
People were really confused.
I want 8 inches.
So it's a neo-noir crime thriller. And if you've, I was talking to Ace before everybody got here. If you ever seen the George C. Scott movie called Hardcore, where he's like finds out his daughter's in a porno film and he's trying to figure out, because how dare her. But back then it was, it was bad.
That reaction scene.
Then you've got 8mm, which it's about a fucking snuff film.
Yeah, guy dies.
And Joel Schumacher, who directed this, like Lost Boys, the great Batman films, of course. Rest in Pictures, baby. Let's see. It's written by Andrew Kevin Walker, who did like Brain Scan, Seven, Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. He worked on the scripts for like Event Horizon and Fight Club. So Andrew Kevin Walker was a big thing at the time. And then I remember I saw his name and I saw Joel Schumacher. I didn't give a fuck about Nicolas Cage at the time.
Yeah.
So I went and saw this movie. Fuck.
Also has Joaquin Phoenix, James Gandolfini.
Yeah,
But
I know.
A quick rundown is a
Peter Stormare.
old guy dies, old rich fucker dies.
Yes, he does.
And his wife is going through his shit and finds a reel-to-reel movie that appears to be a snuff film.
Yeah.
And
Appears to be a torture porn.
torture porn.
Besides,
Snuff.
but not Eli Roth.
No.
Found a copy of Saw in their house.
It's just hostile
Charlie
to him.
Sheen and Nicolas Cage going, this has got to be real.
But so they hire Nicolas Cage, his character, to figure out, like, is this real? Is this girl alive? And it has lots of twists and turns. If you've never seen it, you should absolutely watch it.
Yeah, man.
But the scene where he's watching it is so it's
a reaction video.
It's a
before
reaction
videos
because
were
they
a
don't
thing.
actually really show it to you, but you get to see him watching it, and it's so bad, but it's good. It's like it's right. If you
You think that was the time when somebody's going like, oh, this guy's not a good actor. He's really
He's
going
at a
overboard.
4 and then a 10 and then back to a 4 and then an 8 and then to a 1 and then back to 10. Like, it's all kinds of emotion going on in this short time he's watching this movie. But it's really good. I highly recommend everybody watch that and skip the second one because fuck that movie.
Oh, I never saw the second one. The character of the guy who's supposed to be the murderer in the movie is the character's name is the Machine, and his name is I found it, Mark Bauer. He's in The Wire, True Blood, and he plays the pedo in Devil's Advocate. You remember that? He's like they're defending him and he gets off. But they met on the set of Face Off, and I guess they were like, "Hey, you know what? You'd be a great torture porn like fucking snuff film guy in fucking our next movie."
You look like a scumbag.
Yeah, you look
Oh
like
my
a creep.
God! Yeah, man. What? I don't know. Okay, let's go on to Bringing Out the Dead.
Oh man,
It's not a horror film.
I know. I've
Martin
only
Scorsese.
I've only seen that one once, and the only thing I take from it is the only thing I remember.
Tom Sizemore.
Well, yeah. The only thing I really remember is the scene where he's trying to call. He goes to work and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit." And they're like, "You can't quit. We need you." He's like, "I'm leaving." He's like, "Look, if you work tonight, I promise you, I'll fire you tomorrow." He's like, "Okay, fuck," and he goes back to work.
Ving Rhames, John Goodman, Tom Sizemore, coked up, fucking raging. Him and Nicolas Cage side by side in a EMT van is magic.
I wasn't
guy
very
who's
sober
always
in
wanting
99,
water?
so
Oh, you don't remember this movie that much?
no.
It is a fucked up movie, and he keeps seeing these visions of a dead woman, and you don't really know. I'm not going to spoil the whole film. You have any notes on this, Ace, at all?
There's the guy who's always asking for a glass of water in the emergency room, which
It's Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband.
Jennifer Lopez's
Yeah,
ex-husband,
Mark
which
Anthony.
I did not realize till later on.
Yeah, with dreadlock, like a
Yeah.
bad,
But just the sheer craziness of him working there. I remember watching it. I was like, man, it would be awesome to be a paramedic in New York.
What?
I don't know.
That's a nightmare.
It looks so insane. I was just like, man, like going to work every night. You don't know what's going to happen.
when
Like,
Tom Sizemore finally loses it and talks Nicolas Cage into committing murder, you're
Yeah.
like, no. What are you? And they're hunting down Mark Anthony to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? No, I don't know what you're thinking about kind of job. Like, fuck that.
A lot of action.
You can work at a gas station. Those can get wild too, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you some sedatives over there, buddy.
It also had a great soundtrack, too.
It does actually, yeah. I mean, it's a Martin Scorsese film, but it looks
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
I put Shadow of the Vampire on there. We've talked about that before. That he was one of the people who helped make that movie happen. He's a main producer of that film. That's really about it. If you haven't seen that film, it's Willem Dafoe as Nosferatu, as if Nosferatu was a real character, and John Malkovich is a Murnau, and he hires him to be in his movie, and he lets him kill the whole fucking cast. It's great.
Yeah. I just remember the trailer for that where like Willem Dafoe is like Max Shrek and he's just like, I'll eat him later.
Yes. Let's see. These guys want to go on to National Treasure.
National Treasure, which that's what Nicolas Cage is in 2004. He's a national treasure. We can go on from there.
Okay, I've got
Still the
Wicker Man.
Declaration of Independence.
Just what a fucking weird
Did
movie.
they make sequels to that?
They made like
There's a second
3 of
one.
them. Isn't there 3 of them?
I saw the second one in the theater with a bunch of people.
There's
Well,
gotta be more than
you
one.
were young. We'll give it to you.
No, I mean it's just an action movie. It's like a poor man Indiana Jones. It
Yeah,
should be in the
definitely.
museum, but actually it shouldn't be in the museum. That's why he's stealing shit.
Because it's not,
he's
in fact, a national treasure.
He's the anti-Indiana Jones.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Wicker Man, 2006.
There are 3 of those movies, by the way.
I'm going to steal the
Wicker Man, the movie that gave us a meme that's not even in the movie. Bees.
Based on The Wicker Man of 1973, which itself is based on the novel The Ritual, which at this point, let's see, what is okay, everyone knows this movie, and I actually went back and rewatched it, and I don't remember, it's not as bad as I remember. Maybe I'm fucking stupid inside. I know I am. I love these piece of shit movies, so.
That opening scene, I kept waiting for him to wake up from a dream. And I was like, no, this actually happened. Like he pulled somebody over and they get ran over by a semi.
Well, because that seems like they keep going back to that scene. It's like, did it happen? Didn't it happen? That's kind of compelling besides Nicolas Cage's acting. But then I went back, after I watched this movie, I went back and I watched the original. And this is something I had to look up. And there, like a lot of the dialogue is the exact same dialogue from the original
Yeah,
film.
I noticed that watching
I was
it.
like, well, I didn't the first time I watched it, whenever it came out, I guess, 2000. I mean, I didn't see it till 2008, but I was like, what the fuck? So it should be good.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not that bad.
This movie would have been better if they just recast Christopher Lee. just in the same role.
Was it Ellen Burst is playing his role, and
she's like a good actress too,
and it's
just
not good
in the movie. Yeah,
listen to her say the same lines that he says. It's like
it's not as ominous.
You're just dialing it in, girl. Go back to The Exorcist. She's fantastic in
know,
all of the roles that she's done. The Exorcist
like
is like her big thing for horror films.
She's like Requiem for a Dream. Like,
that's right. Holy shit, that's so good.
Like it's just amazing, and I was like, man, this is disappointing.
Yeah, but I remember when we watched it. This is my notes. It's like it's not a European island. Bummer. It's fucking Washington.
Yeah, like on some island off Seattle somewhere. Like,
yeah, you watch it. Yeah, actually, he's not a virgin. Bummer. These are my notes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Will any of these questions be answered? Probably not.
Yeah. No. I just wrote down Nicolas Cage is just a dick in this movie.
Right, he is.
Like he just like there's a bee flying around and they're like known for their honey, and like he just takes that beer stein and is like, bam, like
take that bee,
fucking asshole.
And it's the same kind of character that Woodward played in the original one, where he's just like I'm in charge and you're all or nothing. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he was kind of like a no nonsense guy, whereas Nicolas Cage was just kind of like. She's like, yeah, I'm just
all
like,
nonsense.
He's like karate kicking women in the face and like, like punching women multiple times.
He probably wrote that into the script. He's like, I got to be able to at least karate kick one or two people. He's action
karate kicked that woman.
I don't care who it is.
You just saw that on YouTube.
Just drawing straws between the cast. Who's getting kicked today?
Oh God, let's see. I wrote down the airplane harbor pilot. Is he a delivery guy or just a money whore? Because he's like, no, you can't go there. Even though I guess he's part of the whole plan, but then he ends up dead later. So I'm so confused on that.
Yeah.
I mean, he just did it for money. He's a money whore.
Also,
all the houses look like they're made out of Cracker Barrel fucking like restaurants. So they all like to me. Yeah. I put down he had a solid wig in this film. I was going to do Nicolas Cage wig rating in these movies, but he's got a pretty good wig in this movie.
You could still do that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this wig, Steve?
4.
All right, good.
There's two other lines from this movie that are just as good as the bees, which is when he's holding he says the doll or whatever, and he goes, "How did it get burned? How did it get burned?" and the other one where he just goes,
all of my notes are awful too.
Step away from the bike.
Oh man!
All of my notes are just awful. It's like he jumps into the water to get to the airplane when there's a boat right next to him. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's like right there on the pier. Okay, anyways.
Maybe he doesn't know how to sail a boat. He knows how to fly an airplane.
And my other note was like he just slugs every woman he sees. It's like he just punches, pow.
He's like in a bear suit just punching women in the face.
And what we talked about is like everyone knows the bees scene. And it's not even in the fucking movie. It's not the theatrical. I've got the uncut version. And it's not in that. It's in the special features.
I watched the PG-13 version.
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah, which left out. So I noticed it when they were taking him to the Wicker Man, and you just hear like an audio clip of them like breaking his legs, where I guess in the unrated version it shows that
they torture him, put the bee nest on him. That's why when you see him he's all swole up, but not like muscular.
They cut all that out of the theatrical cut, which was the PG-13.
That was during the time too when a lot of movies were being released in the early 2000s, where you would get where you get two versions. They would try to be like, all right, we've got the unrated version, then we've got the PG-13 version.
Yeah, that was before you could get DVD and Blu-ray discs.
Yeah.
They Christopher Lee owned the film rights to the original and this one. It was nominated for 5 Raspberry Awards and it won.
Razzies?
Yeah, the Razzies.
Oh.
And then let's see, at the end, it's actually dedicated to Johnny Ramone. I saw that. Because that shows that I actually went back and rewatched it. I promise.
James Franco's in the end of it. Like he just shows up for like 5 minutes. He's an established actor at the time.
I know.
He's like, I'll do a cameo in Wicker Man.
He's so young.
He'd been around long enough. He didn't
they
have
were
to
filming
do that.
on the same lot they were doing Freaks and Geeks.
I
And
guess.
Like, hey,
I don't know.
You wanna...
It was like 2006 though, right? I mean,
it was between like Freaks and Geeks and when he did like his breakout role as like James Dean in the James Dean movie he did, where he looked just like fucking James Dean.
Maybe I'm thinking he's been famous for longer. I don't know.
Yeah, you just like Freaks and Geeks, man.
I guess.
So what's next? Well, we got one we've talked about before,
which is
Ghost Rider. I talked about it on our comic book episode, so we're not going to go through the whole thing. But
do you have anything new?
Man, no, I don't have anything new. It was fucking disappointing. Like Ghost Rider could be so cool, and I was so excited when it came out, and I was so let down.
For such a huge comic book nerd, he made that movie happen, and it's just like, did you see the movie? Did you see the dailies that you're making there,
Did you
Nick?
see the CG, the awful CG?
And we talked about that guy making the villain did it because like he needed money for drugs.
Yeah, because he's a drug addict.
Yeah, it's the like plastic bag guy from American Beauties and the bad guy in that movie. It's like it's dancing with me.
Yeah.
So we won't dwell on that one.
There's a scene in that movie, right, where they're like, he's a stunt man, and he's doing the jump over the football field.
Yeah.
But they're like, he's gonna go goalpost to goalpost, 100 yards. But that's not 100 yards. It's like 120 yards.
Yeah, it's
Whoops.
120.
But in the movie, they say 100 yards.
We don't care about
Sports
logic
nerd
here.
over here across the table from me.
He's
Replacing
jumping-
Derek.
He's jumping over a bunch of stuff. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the long and short of it, the movie could have been really good. And he still wants to play Ghost Rider, and I've mentioned that before. He's mentioned that if they ever reboot it, or in the official Marvel universe, he wants to be Ghost Rider. And there is another Ghost Rider that's sort of establishing on one of the TV shows, but
I think the only way he'll play Ghost Rider again is in the PBS reboot of Ghost Rider.
oh boy.
I've got Grindhouse up there, and he's in the movie all of 2 seconds.
Yeah, so we'll skip that.
Everyone
Fu Manchu.
remembers him as Fu Manchu during the fake trailers. If you've
just like,
seen the full, if you've seen the full movie of Grindhouse altogether, it has the fake trailers in between Planet Terror and Death Proof, and it's like, was it Werewolf Woman of the SS?
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage, and there's a big gong, and it's fucking the worst mustache. I was like, I loved it. I didn't give a fuck, and I still love Nicolas Cage, so it worked for me, man. I put Knowing up there. So the joke between Ace and I is that we both went to see this movie, and we didn't go see it. We actually watched it, and we both fell asleep.
Yeah.
Together in each other's arms.
Not
I was
enough.
excited. It's directed by the same guy who did Dark City and The Crow. So it was. I was really into it, and I was like,
Yeah, it just reminded me of the movie 2012, where they're like, "We know when the world's gonna end."
Yeah.
and all that was just, and then I fell asleep.
Jesus Christ.
What is the movie about?
Knowing.
Knowing things?
Okay, so what I remember is that a bunch of it's like 1950s, and these whole little school, they're having a contest for what they're going to put into a time capsule, and one of the girls just starts writing numbers down, like in some kind of weird fucked up sequential order or whatever, and I guess it's not in sequential order, but whatever, and she puts it in the time capsule, and then they discover it, and it's got I don't know, I didn't see the ending, so.
Well, they dig it up.
My girlfriend was like, "Hey, you fell asleep." I was like, "No, I know."
They dig it up, and some kid gets it because they're handing out the
you watched
papers
more
to
than I did.
everybody. I got farther, a little farther, and this kid gets it, and then Nicolas Cage does the thing. He does like in every movie, he
does
puts
the
it up
thing?
on a big board.
Does he karate kick the kid?
He punched the kid in the face and takes it from him, and then
We'll just fill in the blanks.
he's like, "I'm gonna steal these numbers," and then he hangs it up on the board, and he's like, "Wait, there's a pattern to this." So
Oh,
like,
God.
there's like a date and a number, and he realizes that it's connected to like there was something happened on this day, and the number is the amount of people that died. So he goes and like looks at every single date, and it matches up with all these things. Then realizes he gets to the end, and there's more dates that have not happened yet.
You see, how does he determine he's not being punked? I mean, could somebody just fucking
Yeah.
wrote this shit down and put it in time capsule? Because you know what I'm going to do now?
You're gonna dig up all time capsules.
Just fucking open a time capsule, just put some cryptic shit in there. It's like it's being opened next week. I'll just put all kinds of things that happened in the last like 20 years in there.
Oh my God.
There is a big super CGI subway crash in that movie that actually woke me up. I'd fallen asleep, and then I just heard like a bunch of like crashing and people screaming, and there was just this huge CGI subway going off the rails.
Just like the movie did,
And
I
I
think.
fell asleep again.
Let's see. What's next? Bad Lieutenant, which I love the first Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel, and now it came out in like the early 90s, and then I was excited to see that, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So it's Point of New Orleans. No, Point of Call.
Port of Call, New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
There's a
Okay.
good
I
burger
haven't
place.
seen it either.
I haven't either, but
I know it was there.
I'm gonna go try to find
It
that.
was at
so.
the video store when I worked there.
Yeah,
If you go to New Orleans, there's a good burger place called Port of Call.
Right.
You
Maybe
try it.
Nicolas Cage will be there.
He's got a sandwich.
He owned a house in New Orleans, actually.
Oh, that makes sense.
He did
So-
before he
No, it
fucked up
didn't.
with the IRS.
Yeah, he owned the La Laurie murder mansion.
That's fucking awesome. Oh wait, that's a fucking famous mansion.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was famous for all these murders happened there, like kind of like pre-Civil War. Whether that's all true or not, I don't know. We took the ghost tour through New Orleans, and they were telling us the story about how everybody that's owned it has been cursed, and the last person that owned it when we went was Nicolas Cage, and it was kind of around Wicker Man, and they were like, his career has been cursed by this house.
No shit.
But I did write down that I think I can't remember what he bought it for, but it was foreclosed and sold for $2.3 million.
Oh, I think he lost money.
Yeah, he lost a lot of money on that house.
I read that he originally he used to own houses all over the world because he didn't believe in doing stocks or any kind of like bonds or anything to make, like to have money for the future.
Buy
His
land,
thing
they're not
was
making no more of
land.
it. Yeah.
And then, of course, during Big W's time, the property, everything just dropped.
Yeah.
And he lost his ass on so many properties. I know nobody gives a shit about this information, but I guarantee he lost a shit ton.
This is about the time where the IRS came knocking on the door.
Oh my God.
Speaking of getting roundhouse kicked.
Then he made Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah, well.
Oh no, yeah, we'll get to that one. He did do that one.
This is where his choice of movies. Now, 2010, he didn't know he was going to be fucking broke, so we can start there. So, Kick-Ass,
which is awesome.
Amazing movie.
Holy shit, I love that movie.
Based off a comic book.
One of the few comic book adaptations at that time, the people were not shitting all over the movies like, oh, this is awful. This X-Men sequel is garbage. Kick-Ass comes out. Everyone seemed really happy. So when I went and saw it, I don't know shit about the Kick-Ass, the graphic novels or the stories. And I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing.
Well, the comic was
he plays Big Daddy.
Yeah, Mark
He's basically
Millar.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. So basically, it's a story about a kid that just wants to be a fucking superhero, just a normal everyday kid.
Yeah,
and he wants to be a superhero, so he decides to put on a suit and go fight people. But there is a real superhero in town, and it's Hit Girl. It's this tiny girl,
Chloe Grace
Moretz.
Yeah,
and her dad is Nick Cage. You gotta call him Nick. It's an action movie. It's Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
And it's an amazingly violent superhero film.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember seeing a violent superhero film like this before this.
Yeah, this is one of the first R-rated ones. They were like, oh, we can make movies like this. This is before Deadpool. This is before Logan. Yeah, man, Kick-Ass fucking rules.
It was dark. I mean, because he wants to be a superhero, but he just gets the shit kicked out of him.
He gets
several
fucked up
times
so bad that.
What? He gets fucking beaten up.
I was just trying to lead you on because I know he just always gets his ass, because that's the thing is like he always gets his ass kicked. That's what Nicolas Cage calls him pretty much. Like, oh, you mean ass kicked?
Yeah, he said,
I was trying to throw jokes, man. Yeah,
and it's got that fucking McLovin kid in it. What's his name?
Oh my God, you have from Fright Night 2, Fright Night remake.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah. What's he play? Red Mist.
Yeah, well, he eventually, because Kick-Ass goes to take on this mob boss, and they do it, and then just watch it.
They fuck.
They
that's why we did defeat him.
I didn't watch that one.
You mean John Gotti? Let's have some sex, and everything will be okay. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. It's ultra violent.
Yeah.
I mean, Hit Girl this little girl just running around fucking stabbing people and shooting them in the face. It's pretty amazing. If you look at stuff like The Boys.
This is definitely influenced.
This definitely influenced that.
Yeah,
because it was a more grittier comic. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't like the big superhero in his pristine cape like Nicolas Cage in '97 with Superman.
Yeah,
no,
I'm sure most of them have heard it. I've seen this movie. I've heard of this movie. I mean, Nicolas Cage fucking dies.
Yeah,
his character fucking gets roasted alive. It's fucked.
It was a weird scene too.
God damn, yeah, I love that scene. Everything goes dark, and he's just like going out like codes so she can know where to do. It's awesome.
It always shows up in those if you ever YouTube saddest movie moments. It's always in there with a clip from that and
shows
Forrest Gump and E.T. and then it's Kick-Ass.
Let's move on because it's not really a horror film, but it's so graphic. It's just it's like an exploitation comic book movie. It's really good. I put the Sorcerer's Apprentice on there. I have never seen it. I don't care.
I think I watched it once, but
I'm sure it was great. What's the wig on that one? Probably like a 10.
It's probably, it is. They had a good.
Where does this
hair
start?
It was definitely a lace front. So.
Oh my God. So I put Season of the Witch up there, and I started making notes because I was like, yeah, I remember that movie. So I started typing them up, and about 3 Well, 3 sentences, and I was like, wait, this is Black Death that I remember, not Season of the Witch, like the Sean Bean movie.
It's sort of the same.
Well, that's why.
It is sort of the same.
I have not seen Season of the Witch.
Except Nicolas Cage doesn't get burned alive.
Oh,
He
shit.
doesn't die.
It has Christopher Lee is in that movie.
Oh, did you watch it?
I've seen bits and pieces and heard enough people talk about
Ron
it.
Perlman's in it.
Yeah, Ron Perlman. But they also, like, nobody in that movie, so it takes place in, like, Europe, but nobody in the movie has any kind of, nobody has an accent.
Nobody ever does.
Nicolas
in these
Cage
movies.
is just talking like Nicolas Cage does, but then like somebody else will have like a European accent, and then Ron Perlman. It's like they're all just hanging out like a bunch of meatheads. Like, hey yo, we're gonna get the Black Plague.
It's like the 80s all over again, like Lady Hawk or something.
It's just terrible.
Nobody has an accent, and if it's Roman, they're all going to be English.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
And
that
then poor
about?
Christopher Lee's like should have just punched him in the face for the Wicker Man. He's like, you ruined my movie.
I know, and he's a thespian.
Yeah.
Hey, but this movie made money, so.
Season of the Witch? Did you look it up?
I did.
Oh, shit.
It made $91 million
How did it make $91 million?
out of a budget of 40. So
Wow.
it was.
But they probably spent that
it was
much
successful.
Was that just Donovan fans going to see it? Hopefully, because it was
Season
a movie
of
about
the
Donovan.
Witch. I'm a music fan. I'm like Nick Cage. Let's go see it.
It's a Donovan biopic.
Oh,
Season
fuck.
of the Witch.
I got Drive Angry up there. Both of you all loved it.
Man, that movie was fucking insane.
That was intense. I
That
loved it.
movie was tense. His wig
I
looked
thought you
great.
said it's tits. I was like, I
It
love
was tense, yeah.
So, all I remember, the main thing that sticks out to me in this movie, like, not only is it some ridiculous, action film. So, the beginning of the movie is just like Ghost Rider. He escapes from hell. Like, it's what Ghost Rider should have been.
Again.
And, like, the devil's after him. So, he escapes from hell to save his daughter, right?
Yeah.
So, he ends up with this other chick. And,
This other chick.
yeah, this other chick. Well,
What's the first chick?
I bring her. I bring her up because there's a specific scene. So the devil's trying to get him back. So he's sending demons and everything.
Yeah, set it up a little bit, Dave.
So there's a scene where him and this girl go back to his hotel room, and he's like, we're gonna have some alone time. So, anyways, they're fucking, and
He's fully clothed,
He's
having sex.
fully
That's
clothed.
not with
Sex.
just
Fully-
his dick through the zipper, I guess.
Oh.
and demons break in. So, like, instead of
Like
stopping
they do.
fucking, he's just like spinning her around on top of him while shooting people. It's like think of the Matrix and a porn all together.
How the fuck have I not seen this?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
He never pulls out.
He just pulls out.
He just leaves it in, and he's killing people.
Oh.
It's amazing.
You're going to see me on YouTube just go off the screen because I almost fucking threw
To completion.
Like,
If you're gonna watch this movie,
I don't want to visualize this.
if you're gonna watch the movie, watch it to that point at the very least. But it's a ridiculous action movie. That's all there is to it. It's just like if they made a more adult Ghost Rider,
Well,
and he doesn't catch on fire.
It's a good one.
But he has a really cool car.
the first thing I wrote down in that movie was just Southern accents with a fucking. Because everybody in the movie's like, hey, if you didn't know, we're from the South down
Oh,
here.
no.
But it's all people like that grew up in Southern California doing
Okay.
a Southern
Oh,
accent.
shit.
Also, it was filmed in 3D, so everything in the movie is just like.
No shit. I
Coming
love
at
3D
you throughout
movies.
the whole
I
time.
love shitty 3D movies.
There's actually a description in the Wikipedia.
Oh, please
At a
do.
shady motel, Milton, while having sex with the waitress from a nearby bar, is attacked by King and his men, but he kills most of them. And then it goes on.
That's the fuck. It kills most of them.
That's the synopsis of that scene. So you should watch it just to see how he does it. It's,
Also, man of action, Tom Atkins is in the movie.
Oh shit.
Tom
Love
Atkins
Tom Atkins. Everyone loves Tom
shows
Atkins.
up as like a police chief.
He just says thrill me all day.
Yeah.
Nobody
He's
gets
pretty
it
much.
except for us.
But yeah, that movie was stupid fun, and
I'm sold.
you should watch
His
it.
name is also John Milton.
John.
Oh, of course.
For
You know, Paradise Lost.
Yeah. Like somebody's in the writer's room like, this thing writes itself. John Milton.
driving his hellish '69 Dodge Charger.
That's fucking okay. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not even gonna rent
It's
this
so
fucking
good.
movie. Okay, I hope I can find like the really bad 3D version that you had. Like,
yeah.
not the good one. I want to find a bad one.
Oh man, I really hope it's it's out there somewhere. I want to find it now.
So yeah, I'm gonna
It's
find
like
it.
Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. Like the whole movie is just like, hey,
With the
this in your
floating
face.
Freddy head.
It's gonna shove this eye in your face.
Oh my god.
The letters are exploding at you.
So this is definitely where he's just taking whatever he can get to get money because he knows deep in his heart he's fucked. And the IRS is here to take everything.
It's like him and Wesley Snipes. They're just like, all right, let's just do whatever it takes. But yeah, poor Wesley.
Then you get to Ghost Rider too, Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah.
Next.
That was enough for that.
Why?
I mean, it's just I got my hopes up again. It's like going back to an abusive relationship. Like it's gonna be different this time. And guess what? It wasn't at all.
God.
It was fucking awful. But I guess it wasn't as bad as the first one. The effects look better. You know.
That's all you got.
I can't really.
You don't have to make it painful.
I just
Sounds
wanted,
like you're like.
I wanted so much from this, man. I read the comics when I was a kid, and I thought it was going to be better.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be better. Maybe when they make part 3.
Don't say that. Just reboot this fucking thing.
I would see it though. I would absolutely be there opening night and be like, yeah, this is going to be great.
Oh, will you? Okay. I think this might be one that's actually needs a reboot.
Absolutely,
It needs a
does.
gritty reboot.
A gritty reboot.
Yeah, we'll get Zack Snyder to do it, and then it'll definitely be awful.
It'll be a 3-hour fucking slow motion extravaganza.
Put that guy from Parks and Rec in there.
Yeah, why not?
He's in everything these days.
Let's move on to. I put the USS Indianapolis. It's Men of Courage. So the reason that's on there is because that's the story that Quint talks about in the movie Jaws. That he was always on the Indianapolis. Okay,
Doll's eyes.
it sounds Dollars eyes. It sounded like a really good premise. I actually bought this fucking movie. Mario Van Peebles directed it, and it's got the worst CG that I've seen.
God.
Oh no, since like Lawnmower Man. Okay, it's
It's
bad.
a Windows 95 screensaver.
It's so bad, and it's like it has like a decent cast, and like I like Mario Van Peebles movies. I like Posse
Yeah.
and New Jack City.
a
And
werewolf
I guess
movie,
fast forward to 30 years, and it's like, I got $2. I can afford Nicolas Cage. Fuck, it's so bad.
He's doing whatever he can. He's doing
You're
whatever
right. This is the end.
This is
Well, no, this is the mid.
This is.
Go ahead,
You
Jake.
just got to think about it. Like
Okay.
he might not have done some of these later movies if he hadn't been audited by the IRS. We wouldn't have some of the movies that we're going to talk about later.
You'd have another Leaving Las Vegas if
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
for the IRS.
Yeah, you would have less fun movies.
You wouldn't see Nicolas Cage fucking a woman and killing multiple people in a room.
without the IRS.
Without pulling
Like,
out.
Thank you, IRS.
the government did something right.
Thank you, government.
But I mean, you go pretty far because you're already in 2016. There's one movie you forgot to mention.
Oh, please put it on there.
Frozen Ground.
What?
There's a movie called Frozen
Skiing
Ground.
movie?
No, it's not a skiing movie.
What
no,
am I thinking of?
You're
There's
thinking of
Scott on
Adam
a
Green's
ski-
Frozen.
no, Frozen Ground. It's John Cusack and
Ace.
what? No, I'm lost. So it's John Cusack and Nicolas Cage.
Everyone's lost.
What? I don't even know.
That's not the tagline. Carry on.
All right, so Nicolas Cage is a state trooper. It's a real story about a serial killer in Alaska that was killing hookers.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, what was the serial killer was Robert Hansen. So it's sort of a more of a drama. So Nicolas Cage is a detective, or he's a state trooper. He's trying to figure out who's killing all these people. If you can look up stuff about Robert Hansen if you want, or you can just watch the movie. I actually liked it. It was very well acted. He didn't need a wig.
He didn't need the
well,
wig.
he had the hat. So he
He had the Cage hat.
no, but that's one that I thought we should mention that wasn't on the list
Oh,
because
I
you
apologize.
went way too far.
I fucked up.
But that's okay because he's got so many movies at this point.
I've got Pay the Ghost, which wasn't on our list.
Pay the Ghost.
Here you go. So tell
Did
us.
you watch that one?
I did not see that one.
So it's like a.
I like how you exhaled before you're going to go into it. Shit. Okay.
So I
I guess
wrote
I got to take
down
over.
basically like Nicolas Cage is married to this woman like he is in every movie who's 15 years younger than him. it's always but. So it takes place in Halloween. They live in New York. He takes his kid. Kid gets kidnapped. Can't find him. So then a year goes by, and it's like still trying to find him. So basically, he starts finding clues, and it's one of those movies where they say the name of the movie in it like 25 times. When the kid's in the beginning, he's like, "Dad, are you going to pay the ghost?"
Shut the fuck up.
And then later on, he's like walking around. He goes, "The outside of this wall, it says pay the ghost on it. What does that mean?" And like it says pay the ghost like 20 times in the movie. And basically, nobody should ever watch this movie. I'm going to ruin it, but
Please
it's
do.
like
I don't think I want to.
it's just nothing but like jump scares, and it's one of those movies, and it's not Nicolas Cage's fault. Like, he's fine in the movie. It's just they're just trying to copy all those other kind of ghost movies that are out, like The Conjuring and
but
stuff
just
like
no
that,
talent.
but just not good.
Did he pay the ghost?
Oh yeah,
Let's get to the point here.
So,
What a ghost take? How do you
so
pay a ghost?
basically, the whole thing
What's
is
their
this,
percentage?
This Celtic witch returns to steal children as revenge for being killed in the 1600s,
That's every fucking ghost movie.
and then
So wait, did they pay him in children?
But yeah, so
it's like
he's
they're
he's saved. So then he goes to some crypt somewhere, and there's all these dead kids in there, and he finds his son, who I guess isn't dead, even though he's been in there like a year and hasn't been fed or anything.
He's been eating
He's been living with these ghost
He
kids.
ate the other kids.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of them in there.
kept it juicy.
So like he saves the kid, and then at the end of the movie, they just goes like, he's like, "Daddy, are we gonna go to the fair?" Talking about the beginning of the movie, and his mom like smiles, and he's like, "He doesn't even remember a thing," and which just negates the entire movie. It's like, hey, it never happened. It might as well have been a dream.
Oh.
Like, I was just so angry by the end of it.
Don't worry, that kid's gonna be like 35 one day, sitting on his couch eating a bowl of mac and cheese, and it's just all gonna come back to him.
Oh God! Everybody,
and like
that's gonna be
Nicolas
a whole other
Every
movie.
single bit of it is gonna come back to him. He's like, "Oh shit, pay the ghost."
Yeah, and Nicolas Cage is like, he doesn't remember a thing. I'm like, what?
Yay, repressed memories. So it is like the
God.
Catholic Church.
It is like the Catholic Church. It's
It's
great.
just poorly written.
There was a lot of movies.
Actually, I kind of want to see it, Ace. I'm sorry.
It's on Hulu. You can
Well, this
watch
is free.
There were. He's got a lot of movies on Hulu, but there were a lot of movies in 2014. You could tell like he did that Left Behind movie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Oh,
because
dude.
I thought it was the Kirk Cameron version.
I've seen
Like,
the
remember
Kirk
those?
Cameron version.
Okay,
'cause
yeah.
I thought
I
it
was
was
forced
the
to go to
same.
church and
Is
made
it the
to watch
same?
it.
I thought it was.
God damn it!
No. There's two different ones.
Because Left Behind, like Kirk Cameron did these big, high religious, like into the world movies, and he did like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, there's a whole. It's based on a series of books called Left Behind, where it's like,
But not
you know,
Nicolas
like
Cage.
everybody gets raptured, and then
That's
you know,
it.
And then the Earth is a party because all those assholes are gone.
yeah. Except that you know,
That
then
works.
It's like a bunch of Christian people like, these are the bad people who are left behind, and now you have to fight against all these people during the tribulation and all this like crazy Christian stuff.
Fucking scaring the shit out of people.
It is. It's basically a series of movies to like scare you to go to church. And Nicolas Cage was in. I was like, why? And this has to be. They must have paid him like crazy amount of money to do that.
IRS.
Do a reboot of a Left Behind movie.
So it is a reboot of those fucking movies.
Yeah, it's a
Holy
reboot
shit.
of the one Kirk Cameron did.
I
And he
did not.
plays Kirk Cameron's
Okay, so I was
character.
right. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah,
That's the reason I didn't
it's
see it.
insane.
Yeah, he did.
I was correct about something.
He did
You're welcome.
several other ones. He was in that Snowden movie about. Yeah, I mean that was actually a bigger movie. But I mean, 2016 was not a good year for his movies. I
Yeah.
mean, there's some really bad ones in there.
Yeah, then he did, let's see,
2017,
which he did Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad, which was filmed in Louisville,
right around the corner.
right around the corner, right
From
down
where
the
we
street.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You know
live
that
right near
scene
there.
where the parents try to run across the football field to try to kill the kids?
right across the street from my house.
Right across, right down the street.
So I actually looked up. Let's see. I got to find this. I looked up because I was like, because it talks about, it filmed in Louisville. I just hit the button in the Wikipedia thing just to see what they said about Louisville. And the first thing it just talks about is how we say the word 3 different ways. And I was like, okay, back to the other page. I was like, great, Louisville.
These
Louisville.
crazy
Louisville.
rednecks.
Oh my goodness.
They
Yeah.
can't pronounce their city name.
Let's see. This is when I heard about this movie being filmed, I was excited, and then I found out it's the guy who directed Crank 1 and 2.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then I saw it, and I was like, it's actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie, man.
I liked it.
Oh, he also did the sequel to Ghost Rider. There you go, Dave. I forgot about that. It's in my notes.
Well,
And my notes say parents want to kill their kids any way they can. And Samuel Blair. That's my notes.
Yeah, Symbol Blair's great.
I think after 2020, that's what a lot of parents think about. I think it's probably good that movie wasn't on video on demand last year.
Oh God, damn it!
So I just be scrolling
Just
through.
go dark.
Yeah, I'm just saying. if you're stuck with your kids all the time.
The thing I don't remember is I didn't go back and rewatch it, but I do not remember them giving it a reason why all the parents were trying to kill their children. Like there's a scene where like all of them go to, like to school. And then you just like they're stabbing their children and like they're putting them in the closets and doing all this awful shit to them.
I kind of like that though, that there wasn't a reason.
I like ambiguous films like Halloween, those kind of movies, the way they were originally intended. And I don't remember them. I was like, is there like an asteroid that went by or some satellite like Night of the Living Dead or something?
Maybe Rob Zombie will reboot this movie and do a 3-hour version where you hear the whole backstory of why the parents.
So yeah, it's gonna be Sherry Moon playing Selma Blair's part,
and Nicolas Cage will still be in it and be like, "I am the devil.
I'm here to do the cage work.
I'm here to put you in this cage." All right, so
we're not gonna go into that movie because I mean.
It was good. It was shot in Louisville.
It's very simple.
And that's always fun when you can be like, when you can watch a movie and be like, oh, I know where that is. Oh, I know where that was. And he was just around town the whole time. And he would go places.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on the news a lot. Yeah,
Bill Murray comes to this town a lot. I think he has family members.
His son goes to U of L, I think.
Okay,
his son is a coach.
So yeah, we'll see Bill Murray, and then for a while there we were seeing Nicolas Cage and Justin Long, and it was weird.
Yeah. Random people that for some reason they shoot movies here. But what I'm saying
is the guy from Crank 1 and 2 was trying to find a cheap place to do it.
He wasn't like walking around with an entourage. He would just go into there's pictures of him going into little shops and just buying something.
Yeah,
he bought one of our friends. Mia sells little jewelry made of bones.
Oh, that's right.
He bought a necklace, and she was just ecstatic about it.
I mean, I would shit my pants.
Did you give her a face waterfall?
Don't look at me like
when
that.
He was like, I want to take your face off.
Take your face
off. So, Mom and Dad, it's a really cool 2017 exploitation film. Very graphic. The parents just go crazy and hate their kids. And I remember the ending. I'm not going to spoil it. Who gives a fuck? I am going to spoil it. He's just like, I love you guys so much. I just want to. And then the movie ends. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's
I was
great.
like, oh, okay. Yeah, you forgot about that.
They ran out of money. You forgot the movie just ends in the middle of the line. It's just like, wait, what? Okay.
Anyways,
so the next movie that we're going to talk about
is Mandy.
Mandy, the drug-fueled movie that introduced us to Cheddar Goblin and Cage. If you haven't seen this movie, let's sort of set it up.
Okay, yeah.
So the movie is very, very visual. It's a very visual movie. There's not a whole lot of dialogue in the first.
Well, there's that opening quote at the beginning, which I looked up, which is apparently this guy said it as he was like on death row. And there was what's
the quote? Don't say it.
When I die, bury me deep, lay 2 speakers at my feet, put some headphones on my head, and rock and roll me when I'm dead, which is Douglas Roberts, who was convicted of kidnapping, robbery, and murder and executed by lethal injection in 2005.
Oh, wow.
And that's where that quote comes from.
I have heard that quote many times, or seen it on shirts or CDs or, like album covers. That's very familiar.
I thought it was from a song or something, and then I looked it up, and I was like, wow, that's not what I thought it was from.
The last guy, his last words. So directed by Panos Cosmatos, or how do you pronounce it there?
Cosmastos?
Yeah, he did Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic fucking movie. Written by Panos and Aaron Stewart. Let's see, produced by Elijah Wood and like 18 other motherfuckers. Yeah. But Elijah Wood helped make this movie happen.
He's also the son of George Cosmatos.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Director of Leviathan.
Yeah.
Rainbow
Cobra.
First Blood Part 2.
Cobra.
Cobra's a fucking great movie.
2 of the greatest movies ever made.
Music by Johan Johansson, who actually died right after the movie, and that really pissed me off because that soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah,
it's really
so good. It's what is it? Yeah, it's very Tangerine Dream. Good. Dennis, our producer, just was like, "That's a good point." Very shot by Ben Loeb, and that's really important because, like Dave said, the visuals are just that's the beat of that's the meat of the fucking movie.
I love the title cards, just like in between stuff, and then it really doesn't even say the name of the movie till like halfway through, and it's like Mandy and like black metal font as it's like spreading out across the screen, which I think is great.
The movie's definitely got a vibe to it.
Yeah, we're going on about all the awesomeness, and we're not even talking about what the movie is about.
The movie.
So tell us, Dave.
It's fun to look at.
Do a synopsis.
Have you ever taken a lot of drugs? That's what this movie's like. So the basic synopsis of the movie is Nicolas Cage and his woman,
love of his life.
They never say exactly if it's his wife or.
They're like
they hinted. All right, so the love of his life. They live in this little cottage. And this fucking Manson family cult decides that, you know what? I want that girl.
Children of the New Dawn.
Just see her walking down the road.
Yeah, they
one
see her
day.
walking down the road, and they're like, hey, that one. So what they do, they go in the middle of the night. They've got fucking demons with them, apparently. And they kidnap her, and he wakes.
Awful. Yeah.
They kidnap her, and they do some horrible things. And visually, it's hard to explain.
So they break in. They tie him up. They want her to be a part of the family.
They have barbed wire in his mouth, don't they?
Yeah, they tie him up outside. They're trying to basically mind meld her into thinking that the leader of their cult is God. And then he goes this long spiel, pulls out his dick, and she just laughs at it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was wrong. Because he's like, you're my queen, you're like the future of our world. And then she's like, look at this little baby dick. And then he's like, I was wrong, fuck you. So they take her outside. His name is Red. Stab him where they think, I guess he's going to slow die, tie her up and burn her alive right in front of him.
Yeah.
Which is horrible.
He's like, they fucking burned her.
Alive.
I burned her alive.
I mean, she just shakes and they show the whole scene. And then she just drops into the fire. It's fucking awful. They just leave.
And he cries.
Nicolas Cage does some crying.
He does some crying, and this is some of his best acting coming up. Because after that, he gets out and he walks into the house. And if anybody's ever, I think I've been in this situation before.
The rage?
Yeah, when you're just so pissed off, you're sitting on your toilet in your underwear and a t-shirt, drinking a bottle of vodka, which was in the bathroom, by the way.
Yeah.
he just had a whole fucking fifth of vodka in there.
Well, I think they're both recovering drug addicts and alcoholics, and he was just like, I know where my
He's like
stash is.
hiding it from himself or somebody.
Just screaming.
And he does a
And
primal cage rage.
Yeah, it's definitely a cage rage.
Which is justified.
And so at this point, he goes and sees Bill motherfucking Duke.
Yeah.
And he's
So
like,
that scene's so good. I love
oh,
it
it's so good. He
much.
goes, wait.
From Predator.
Yeah, so he goes see Bill Duke, and Bill Duke's like,
Dead eyes.
"You-
Just like,
there's no coming back from this. And then he goes and forges a fucking axe in the span
beast.
of like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Yeah, and this badass fucking battle axe is a replica of the F from Celtic Frost.
Celtic Frost F. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Which is badass.
You can't gloss over Bill Duke giving that line about the fucking demon bikers. Where
Yeah,
he's
the
just
black
talking about
skulls.
him. He's like, they were in pain, man. He goes, you know what? They liked it.
Yeah.
And I was like, God.
So what Dave meant, like they have demons with them, is because they go off into the woods and they use this conch and they do this weird like whistle blow. They show up, sacrifice one of their own, so they will make this whole thing like where they kidnap her and all that stuff, and all that happens. So what is it? That's when they go. What the fuck? What am I missing? I know I'm
Cheddar Goblin.
I'm taking. Well, the movie.
Oh, yeah. Cheddar Goblin. You can't miss
No,
that.
that's not. That's how they call it, Cheddar Goblin.
Goblin.
I'm mixing up some of the plot points, but he called the demon. I forgot why they did that. Is that before they go to the house to get Mandy and all of that, or what?
The demons are there.
Yeah, that's
the demons are there.
Yeah, they're the black skulls. They're just LSD fucked up.
Well, he does like a huge amount of cocaine, like in that house after he kills that one.
Yeah, but that's later on.
Is that later on?
Yeah, man.
See, we're all. You know why we're all fucked up when we watch this movie?
I can't remember being sober and watching it. I've seen it like 4 times. I was never sober.
God damn it, Dave.
But the movie itself, man, like it's really visually, it's a great movie to watch. There's a lot of quiet, but the soundtrack carries the movie. And one of my favorite scenes is when he meets Richard Brake, which is the guy that is supplying them all the acid. And if you don't remember, Richard Brake was in 3 from Hell. He was in 31. We talked about him on the Rob Zombie.
Oh, he's amazing.
Rob Zombie episode. He's fucking awesome. He's a great actor.
He's the chemist.
He's a chemist, and it's just this weird scene. Like you can tell he's fucked up out of his mind. There's a tiger, and it's the tiger on LSD. We don't know.
It's the tiger on LSD.
But they have a really good conversation back and forth.
This turned out to be a really good synopsis, and we're just jumbling the whole movie because it is an acid trip.
It is all over the
when
place.
he hunts down the black skulls and kills them one by one, and then there's like a big badass chainsaw fight. It's fucking great, and that guy's name is Clement Barron, and he plays his brother Klopek, and that's I had to look that up. I was like, what's the fucking name of that guy?
Brother Klopek.
Yeah, right.
Like
yes, like from The Burbs. orbs.
Picture came from frame. Okay.
All
So
day.
yeah, we're totally fucking up the whole thing of this plot of the movie. But yeah, I kind of think it works because when you're going to watch this movie, you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in the movie, and again, I'll bring it up. Cheddar Goblin.
Cheddar Goblin is like
you don't
this
know-
small commercial that they're watching on TV, and it's like the 80s, by the way. This movie's set in the 80s, and it's Goblin, it's Goblin good.
Vomiting mac and cheese onto these children.
On children, yeah. So it's a hard to describe movie other than like it's a revenge movie. It's a revenge film. Somebody dies and he's out for vengeance, man. He's gonna fucking get all these people. He makes an axe. It's sort of like I brought it up before, but if you the scene from Commando where Arnold goes into the shed and just gets everything and then just murders everybody, but on drugs.
I'm sure Arnold was on drugs at the time, but yeah.
I'm just saying that's
We're
a good,
on drugs
That's
now.
a good way to. That's a good synopsis.
Yeah.
I think. But it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. The soundtrack is amazing. It's not like the most high budget film, but
It doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
And it
This
didn't
was the
make
beginning of
a
him
lot
getting his shit back together, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the point where like I think he can see like, he's done a few like sort of genre like horror films and stuff, and it's okay to be this cheesy actor. It's okay to be this ridiculous over the top person. I think this is where he's starting to hit his stride, because from here he's starting to get big titles again, but he's also still doing the lower budget stuff. But we'll get to that. So from there, I mean, in 2017, he does cartoons. I mean, he does Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
and
he plays Superman.
He's Superman. So I mean, he's got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He was Spider-Man Noir, and
It was so great when you heard his voice.
yeah.
You're like,
When
"It's
you heard his voice,
Cage,
it's
baby!"
fucking it's the Cage.
I got Between Worlds up there.
Now I haven't seen that one.
Okay, and a lot of people have not, apparently. I watched it the other day, and my first note was awful title. It's written and directed and produced by Maria Perula, and she wanted to make it like a David Lynch film. So, and it's not
Oh God!
at all.
That does not sound like a way to
And she
sell
tried.
a movie.
I could see it. And the movie I'm talking about is called Between Worlds, 2018, and the music's by Jason Solosky, and it's some of the main themes are actually by Angelo Badalamenti, who did like a lot of the Twin Peaks and David Lynch movies. So
Yeah,
I
he
could
did.
see where it's
Yeah.
coming. They even use music from Lost Highway. It's got the Manson version of what
I
the
put a
fuck?
spell on you.
Yeah, that's in there.
I love that soundtrack.
It's got a Black Flag song in there. So there's some cool like things going on in this movie. It's very fucking weird. I think you should check it out. It's very like Manson style. Like, fuck. It's hard to explain the I'm the worst. If you
When I
if you
read
know
the-
if you know my if you watch
almost
this
watched
podcast and if you know I'm the worst at synopsis, I always try to throw it to somebody else, and neither one of you have seen this movie.
I tried. It looked like it was like some kind of like romance movie. That it just the description of it did not make me want to watch it.
Well, okay, Cage is Joe Majors. Actually, I found some in my notes. Joe, he's Joe Majors, a down on his luck truck driver that is haunted by visions of his dead wife and daughter. Glad I wrote some of this down. He saves a woman, her name is Frankie Potentate, being choked to death by a truck stop shitter. In a truck stop shitter, or by a truck stop shitter. I throw up every time I walk into one. He finds out the woman needs to be choked almost to death to keep reviving her hospitalized teenage daughter who almost died in a motorcycle accident. I said that all in one breath. This is why I couldn't remember. Like, it's really weird. Okay, then we find out that Cage's dead wife has possessed the body of the girl who she's trying to save, who gets revived. So when she passes, apparently she passes away during one of her attempts to be revived. His dead wife's spirit jumps in the body. Yeah, it gets weird because she wants to fuck Nicolas Cage.
You've already lost me.
Man, it's gonna get weirder. There's a weird scene where the girl starts filling herself up and she's a teenager. I'm like, well, my note was, I feel weird.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
There is. There's like it's mostly sex scenes and weird fucking scenes like that. Like the sex scene where Cage is reciting the Exorcist "fuck me" dialogue is funny as hell. Yes. Like, Jesus, fuck you. There's another sex scene of his reading from a book of memoirs of Nic Cage. It's on the cover. I had to make that note because I was watching it. I had to pause it. I was like, does that say what I think it says? Okay, this is a pretty. It's in my notes. This is a pretty fucked up film that has nothing like David Lynch's movies, but it's still fucked up. Cage's wigs rating is about a 4. I think that's most of my ratings on his wigs.
Where's his forehead in this movie? Is it like
yeah?
or kind of more forward?
Let's see what else I can find. Let's see. He still has a flip phone in 2018, so you know he's definitely down on his luck truck driver. And the IMDb, I know I'll never get it correct, guys. The tags are kinky sex scene, truck driver, male underwear, and bare-chested male. That's all my notes.
Bare-chested males.
That's
Between Worlds 2018.
I don't think I need to see that one. So from that, he did a lot. So in 2018, he started doing a lot of direct-to-video on-demand movies. There's lots of them. And then he did a ton of them in 2019, and then he did one not direct-to-video, which was Color Out of Space.
Color Out of Space is badass. Richard
So
Stanley's
good.
masterpiece of a comic book, of a cosmic horror film. I am such a fan of Richard Stanley's films. Like, Hardware is fucking awesome.
I love Hardware. Like that's one of my top 10.
Yeah, this was written by Stanley and Scarlett Amaris, and then produced by Elijah Wood again. And then everyone knows the story of Richard Stanley, and it's a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? If you don't, he's a piece of crap. Like,
Yeah. This is supposed to be a trilogy of movies.
Yeah, everyone was really excited
Yeah,
about this movie
and
when it came out.
Couldn't stop being a piece of shit.
Very H.P. Lovecraft.
That was very
Because it
H.P.
is.
Lovecraft of
There's
him.
a scene that my friends. There's a scene where during the movie, one of my friend's wives fell asleep. She was in another room, and she just heard me and my friend Tom, he's the drummer in this movie, this band called Stagecoach Inferno, and she just woke up saying, "I just heard you guys going, holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, that's the mom scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, where she just comes out of the darkness." My God, Lovecraft film. This is one of the best I've ever seen. And I love Lovecraft films. Up to this point, I would say From Beyond and Dagon. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
Stuart Gordon much rolled that.
He did. He made the best. His team of like Dennis Paoli, him, Jeffrey Combs, whatever. Those are those movies. I know he's not in. Jeffrey Combs is not in Dagon, but that movie's amazing too. Especially the feel, and you get the Lovecraft. Everything is wet, and it needs to be. It's all fishy. It's fucked up. And this one takes it to another level. The thing I like the most about this one is they cast a black guy as the guy who's like come to the house to check on the area. I was like, oh, that's a big fucking Lovecraft.
Oh yeah. The hydrologist.
Yeah, as much as I love this movie, it was a huge bomb.
Yeah, that's
Huge.
crazy.
Well, I
This
mean,
movie was originally The Curse with Will Wheaton.
Oh yeah. Oh
Which
my God.
I saw that actually before I saw this movie.
Yeah.
And but I was like watching The Curse, and I was like, and it said like based on The Color Out of Space, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, if you ever want to see a really bad version of this movie, just check that one out.
There's actually a Boris Karloff movie based on this story too, and I think it's called Die Monster Die. It's actually pretty good. It's fun. It's 60s movie.
Yeah.
Very Roger Corman-esque.
Now I got
It's the
that
same
Misfits
story,
song
just
stuck in my head.
adapted that way. So Elliot Knight is the hydrologist for the dam company, and I was like, "That's fucking cool. That's the black guy in the movie." I was like, "Ha ha!"
He's
fuck
the
you.
hero of the movie.
I know.
He's so
And I thought that was such a big middle finger to Lovecraft. So if you're a Lovecraft fan, you know what I'm talking about. I'm a Lovecraft fan, but I'm glad the fucker's dead.
Yeah.
right. Well, we'll never get the Dunwich Horror, which is supposed to be the next movie.
Yeah, because Richard Stanley fucked his career by being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Fuck that guy. Anyways, so we can go on to the next movie. What is next from there?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Oh yeah. By the way, you
2021.
should go watch Color Out of Space. It's on.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's
He also
on,
has a
Shudder.
Miskatonic University shirt on at the beginning of
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Comes full circle. Now Willy's Wonderland. No, wait, we missed. No, jujitsu. Well, it says
No,
that.
I don't want to. Did you
No,
see
it's-
jujitsu? I
Yeah,
started
I got-
watching
I
it.
got motion
There's no
sickness.
jujitsu in jujitsu. I don't know. You are laughing, but I tried to watch that fucking movie.
No, there really wasn't. There really wasn't.
There wasn't.
I watched about half of it, and I'm like, I can't do this shit. It's all in first person. Like
Yeah.
half of it is just like fucking people jumping around and doing karate tricks. I
I
don't
got
know.
mad and looked it up. I was like, oh, they're taking the term literally because of what what I forgot what the definition of jiu-jitsu was, but that was what they were trying to interpret. And I was like, you made a movie out of the word? With
God.
Nicolas Cage in like a sci-fi fantasy epic. I mean, okay, whatever. They spent a lot of money on it though.
Willy's Wonderland.
Let's get to
a story about a man who really loves his car and grape soda.
Yeah, he's just the fucking janitor and doesn't say one
Well,
word.
So the movie, he
Yeah.
breaks down. His car breaks down in this town, and they're like, "Hey, we can help you fix your car, but we'll do it for free. So if you could just clean this Chuck E. Cheese tonight, we'll fix it for you. We're going to lock you in there. Don't worry. There's plenty of grape soda. And that's literally how the movie starts. And he goes in and he cleans. Oh, by the way, he doesn't fucking talk at all.
Not at all.
At all in
Not
this
one
movie.
line.
I kept waiting for him to have at least one line at the end of the movie,
right.
where he would just be like, "Fuck you" or something like.
do a Cage rage.
Yeah, he just never did it.
Yeah, like the first half of it is just like him, like he's cleaning up, he takes a break, goes play some pinball, drinks his grape soda.
He has that break time. It always has to be at the right time. And then,
I love that part of the movie though, where like they would always stop and he'd be like, like, and they'd like him drinking the fucking.
break time.
But the other part of the plot, teenagers from the town are like, that place is fucking evil. People died there. A bunch of people died there. We got to burn it to the ground.
From the inside.
From the inside. So the teenagers are going to burn it from the ground. Meanwhile, Nick Cage is inside, and he gets attacked by one of these giant animatronics. Now, if you've ever seen like the game Five Nights at Freddy's, it's the same premise with Nicolas Cage.
Very much.
But the first one was really good. The first
Banana
kill.
Splits, is that kind of
Banana
Banana
Splits.
Splits,
That was
they made it into a horror
sci-fi film. Yeah. They probably heard about this
But
one.
in this one, they're possessed.
They're possessed. They're possessed by a band of Satanists.
He straight up urinal stomps that one guy. Like he like puts his face in the urinal. It's like,
Yeah, the fights are pretty brutal. Like just for what they are. There's no like real gore in it. Like as far as like when he's fighting.
Yeah, this could
the
be a PG
monsters.
movie.
Yeah, it's really tame because I mean he rips the ostrich's head off after he beats the shit. It pecks him once and tells him he's gonna swallow his soul or something, and he's just like touches his face. He's like, it's my blood.
Yeah.
He doesn't say it, but
If
he's
he
like,
would say it, it's what he
he's
would
like,
say.
nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Oh my God.
And then he just beats the shit out of him, rips his head off. It's so bad, but it's so good at the same time.
This is one of those movies that people either really like or really don't. I've seen like I haven't seen too many like meh, because now we're in that generation of the movie's meh.
It's either good or you like it or you don't. I told one of the guys I work with, I'm like, man, you gotta check us out, and he just sold him on it. He came back. It was like a few Fridays ago. He came back on a Monday. He's like, dude, I finished it, but what the fuck, man? I was like, but wasn't it fun? He's like, not really. He's like, my wife walked in and was like, what the fuck are you watching?
Adam Rifkin was like an executive producer of it.
There's 18 producers in this movie, along with Elijah Wood.
Well, he's the one I noticed the first because he's like Psycho Cop, Returns, Invisible Maniac.
Yeah.
He did The Chase with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, he did.
I was joking about Elijah Wood. I was just like, it's always Elijah Wood and 18 other fucking producers.
But yeah, Adam Rifkin, he's great. He does a lot of like crazy movies, especially Invisible Maniac. That movie's insane.
It is. Directed by Kevin Lewis and written by G.O. Parsons. And let's see, it's shot by the dude who shot Danzig's Verotic. I made that note.
God.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this was a good movie for him.
So he's moving up in the world because if you've ever seen that Veronica movie, I've only seen about half of it. It was fucking bad.
Oh, dude.
Even Rachel didn't like it.
So the guy's name is David Newbert, and he's got like 60 credits to his accomplishments. He's the most accomplished person in the movie, and that's his other big movie is Danzig's Verotic.
God, what was everything else? Just like
Dude, I didn't write down any of that shit.
just
'cause I
soap
never heard of
operas.
it. Yeah.
He's like One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives.
This movie was a bomb too, but that was because it was supposed to be released. It was released during the whole COVID pandemic.
Yeah, I went to the theater and actually saw this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wow.
risked your life to see this, Steve.
Well, no, the great thing about going to the movies during the pandemic, I went every Friday at like the prime time, like 9 o'clock, me and two people. Nothing.
Man.
Nobody. The whole fucking
Yeah.
time. Nobody. Every Friday I would go to the movies and people were like, you're crazy. I was like, dude, they spray it down. Some places that had like those big foggers, they would go to seat because I would watch them. And then I was like, fucking A. And then I'd bring my own wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was
should have
super,
done
super. That was great. There was nobody there when
Why didn't you tell me?
My girlfriend, we started dating in like January, and she's like, "No, I'm not. I'm immune compromised." I was like, "Trust me, there's nobody there.
It's our secret.
It's great. It was." So, so the director of Willy's Wonderland thought it was going to be like Pale Rider versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That was his idea when he made this movie.
He didn't get that. He didn't achieve that at all.
Well, here's the thing, which is funny because I wrote this down, which is funny because one of the 18 producers was the good cop from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He's the blonde dude. I can't remember his fucking name because I didn't even write it down, but I saw his face on the Wikipedia or whatever. I was like, holy shit, that's the guy from Killer Clowns from Outer Space who thought that this movie would be just like Pale Rider versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So,
Wow.
So
Yeah.
as far as that, I mean, we're pretty much caught up on the Cage here.
Well, you're leaving out the best part of the movie, which
There's
was
so many, though.
Freebird playing the entire song at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's like they wanted to take it back from Rob Zombie.
I was like, are they really going to play Freebird at the end of this movie?
The whole movie. It's a whole song.
I was like, that is not necessary. That had,
It's
how much
never-
of the budget went to them using Freebird?
If anybody plays Freebird, it's not necessary.
That's why they couldn't afford his dialogue. They were like, you can't say a word. He doesn't even like get Cage rage. He doesn't do the he doesn't get crazy in this movie.
He was just like, I'll be in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk.
That's the Pale Rider aspect. He's like the man with no name, but he doesn't talk either. He's like, I'm going to help you. There's that huge fucking fight, and then he has to stop because it's break time. Goes to drink his fucking his drink, and then he comes back to fight more. It's like everybody's dying, everybody's getting killed. He's like, be right back, but he doesn't say I'll be back. He just takes off.
It's also got that one who's like the sheriff, that woman. She was in like Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
She's great because she always plays somebody who you like. She's really good at making you not like her.
Yeah, she's the mom.
Motion.
She's
Sparkle motion.
Starting to question your dedication.
So we are coming to the end, Dave. You're correct. We've got
we
two
are.
movies that nobody's seen. I don't think anybody's seen
Well,
actually.
there's a couple movies he's got coming out. He's got Prisoners of Ghostland. I don't know anything about it. The premise says a notorious criminal, Hero, played by Nicolas Cage, is sent to rescue the governor's daughter, escaped from New York, I guess, or L.A. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Who has disappeared into a dark supernatural universe. To escape the nightmare world, Hero must break the evil curse controlling the mysterious Ghostland. Gonna watch it day one.
I'm going to steal the governor's daughter.
I'm gonna steal the ghosts. He knows how to pay the ghosts, right?
He pays the ghost.
He just goes in. It's like, I've done this before.
Everything comes full circle, baby.
Give me the governor's daughter. Here's some here's some children, and maybe they won't remember anything. Other than that, we've got. If you haven't seen a trailer for this yet,
Pig.
It's a movie called Pig. Yeah. And so, if you had John Wick, but John Wick actually had a truffle pig, and he was an old man, and he lived in a shed and a cottage. That's what the movie looks like. He's got this pig, and if you watch the trailer for it, it's like, oh shit, he's got this pig, and it's all happy, and then people just break in and steal his pig, but it's a truffle pig.
You don't fuck with a pig.
Well,
What do you do
it's
with a truffle pig?
a truffle pig.
Whoa.
A truffle.
Whoa, Ace.
They were very close. Apparently, we don't. I mean, truffle is very expensive. So that's a very expensive pig.
The only thing I know about truffles is whatever I learned from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So it appears that he's just going on a quest to find this pig, and like in the trailer, it's like really emotional, and there's like Oscar winner Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, is this Oscar bait?
Yeah.
Are they trying to get some sort of award for it? All I know is I'm there.
If it was a Miramax movie.
He won an
going to see
Oscar
it.
25 years ago.
It doesn't matter. Once you win an Oscar, you always win an Oscar.
Yeah.
They should have put that at the beginning of like Willy's Wonderland. It's like Oscar winner
Nicolas
Nick
Cage.
Cage.
Nick Cage. I mean, if you want an Oscar, I mean, shit.
Oh, I would never stop talking about it.
You probably got a bowling trophy or some shit
And a
from when you were a
Pac-Man.
kid.
It
Still
would be
has
sitting on
hers.
this table right now and it'd be like, hey, you guys remember that time I won an Oscar?
Yeah, and a Pac-Man still has hers on her Chevy trucks. It's the hood ornament, dude. The other one I've got written up there is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And it's supposed to come out in 2022?
Which is just apparently Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage, who's a CIA agent, and there's not a whole lot known about it, but it's got that whole. From what I read, it looks like that whole JCVD vibe, where they're gonna.
That's
it's
what I
like
thought.
he's playing himself, but he's not. I don't know.
I like how we have no idea.
We don't know.
Nobody does.
We don't know. That could not
very
be the
meta.
plot at all.
Well, we found a fake trailer, and it was just like, this is like pieces from the movie Knowing.
And it was actually a trailer for the movie Knowing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I actually looked up while we're talking about Nicolas Cage, I don't know, for the last hour and a half. I looked up, I just said Nicolas Cage websites. There is a VR simulation website, and it's called Cage Rage. So it's supposed to give you the idea of what it was like to be like behind Nicolas Cage's eyes. And it's a website, and I looked it up, and I actually went into it, and it's just... and it has like a little link at the bottom. You touch it, and there's like 3D glasses, and then it puts those over your eyes.
You could be
I'm
a
not
Nic-
exaggerating, by the way. It's exactly what it is.
It's like you could be in Nicolas Cage's eyes as he opens a letter from the IRS. You're like, oh God.
It reminds me of like a normal VR, like where you move around your house and everything starts moving, and it's just like everything just starts shaking. That's the fucking. I'm not kidding. And the other one was, let's see, Nick Cage is everyone. A site that basically puts his face on everything that you put on there. Face swap for Nicolas Cage. I don't know. Those are the two websites. I was just bored.
Face swap for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, there are tons of
The
memes.
Face Off sequel.
You can
Face
Shut the
swap.
Oh no.
I was at Nicolas Cage is everywhere, and just to tell how he is everywhere, I was in Chicago, and I was walking around, and I'll post this on the group, but there was just a picture. It was a flyer, and it just said Rock of Cages, and it was Nicolas Cage. It was a picture of Jesus holding the cross, but it was Nicolas Cage's face on it.
Oh my
It's amazing. Speaking of amazing things, just looking just to see what the new Nicolas Cage news is, and the first article that comes up is Nicolas Cage will tackle his greatest role, Nicolas Cage.
God.
Oh man, all I could say is, you know what, this guy, he knows what's up. Like we all know he's a weird fucking dude, and he started and he got all his popularity and fame. He won an Academy Award. We were reminded recently by in that movie Pig Trailer, but then. He's just a weird dude, and he does these. Like I said, he does these genre movies, but he also does these serious movies, and that's cool because some people don't. They won't do the B horror films, or they won't do the low budget stuff because they don't want to get sort of pigeonholed in that little section of the world, or a film. And he doesn't give a shit. Apparently, he just does whatever he wants, and I think that's awesome.
Oh, I love Nicolas Cage.
We don't have a lot of actors like that anymore that'll do. Like, fucking Willy's Wonderland and then, Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Like, there's a big dynamic here. So I appreciate that. And I cannot fucking wait for the day he starts doing conventions. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got to be in his, what is he, 50s, 60s now?
So I don't think he's 60
57.
yet.
He's 57.
Okay,
so
I thought he was at least 60.
so we're just now getting Louis Gossett Jr. So 30 years from now, Nicolas Cage will be doing conventions.
Yeah, it's going to be
His
great.
hairline will be fully back here.
No, it's
on the
going to
back
look
of his
amazing.
head.
He'll have a Travolta hairline, which always changes
They
every
spray it
single
on.
day. Oh, my God, the helmet hair that Travolta has is great. I guess we should just wrap this up, man. That was fucking hilarious.
Favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
Don't
Go.
do this to me, Dave.
No, do it. Come on. Just say
okay.
Wild at Heart. That's what you're going to say.
It is. It's Wild at Heart or Mandy. And we just butchered the whole fucking synopsis of Mandy, but it doesn't matter.
Just watch
the
it.
movie.
Drugs.
Okay, Wild at Heart.
All right, Wild at Heart. Ace? He's gonna drive angry. You
I'm
gonna
going to
say
pick a favorite good one and a favorite bad one. My favorite good one is probably Mandy. My favorite just bad one that I'll watch any time of the day would be Con Air.
Con Air. Con Air.
It's so bad.
Yeah, see, for me, I mean, fuck, man. There's so many good ones here. There's so many good movies. We know it's not The Knowing because nobody can make it through it.
Just say USS Indianapolis.
USS. I don't know,
I
man.
love you, Mario Van Peoples.
Drive Angry is fucking up there.
I need to watch that.
Drive Angry is up there. It is peak craziness. Nicolas Cage. It is just so fucking batshit crazy. It's definitely up there. Drive. I mean, we didn't really talk about it. Raising Arizona is really good though.
It is, but we're talking about movies that are, on this list.
Yeah,
I know it's on the list.
Okay, The Rock. It's not on there.
Shut the fuck up.
The Rock, man. Fucking. Is it? I almost said anything else. Sean Connery.
You like Ghost Rider.
Sean.
I'm buying that for Christmas.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just fucking Ghost Rider. I love. No, it's The Rock. It's The Rock.
Rock.
That's all it is.
That's great.
Sean Connery is the ex-convict that broke out of Alcatraz.
The Rock.
He broke out, and now he's breaking back in to help the nerd stop the terrorists.
Oh, my God.
Who were actually government officials who were military. That fuck.
It's a Michael Bay movie. It's got to have explosions and
Yeah.
really slow mo.
Back before we knew what we were getting with Michael Bay, it was like a deal with the devil.
Yeah, like Armageddon. I don't hate that movie.
All right, we're not gonna talk about fucking Michael Bay. Fuck him.
It got a Criterion fucking edition.
So we're gonna-
Armageddon.
Still
did.
can't believe that.
I know. All right, get us out of here, Dave. Fuck it. I love
Yeah.
you guys. Thank
Yeah.
you all for tuning in.
You can
we are
find-
now in 27 countries.
We're in
by the way.
27 countries.
What the hell's wrong with
And you can
people?
find
We
Nicolas
suck.
Cage in your heart. That's where you can find. All right, so you can find us on Anchor FM, Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox. Thank you to everybody listening. We're on Facebook, Louisville Gore Club Podcast, fucking YouTube. We're also in your hearts. Bye.
Bye, guys. See ya.